So, myself, I am Srinivas, having 20 years experience in UNIX, Sun Solaris, HP UNIX, IBM AX, I worked on Macintosh, Apple Talk, storage devices like SAN, NAS. Currently working for DevOps and AWS. So basically this was designed for both Linux administration and shell scripting. So basically Linux is the operating system. So operating systems are classified as three types. One is single user, single task. Single user, multitasking. Multi-user, multitasking. There are three types of voice: single user, single tasking, single user, multitasking, multi-user, multitasking. So, any idea about single user, single tasking? Any idea about single user, single tasking? Example task. DOS stands disk operating system. DOS stands disk operating system. When Microsoft introduced Windows 1987, they introduced first release called DOS disk operating system, which is single user, single tasking. Only one user can log in at a time. Only one user can log in at a time, and only one task can be executed. Only one task can be executed. That is called single user, single task. Single user, multitask. Example: Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10. All these are client OS. All the client operating systems are single user, multitasking. Only one user can log in at a time. We can run multiple tasks. We can open multiple windows, multiple wizards. It's called single user multitasking. Multi-user multitasking. Those are Windows Server operating systems. Which are Windows Server operating systems? Windows 2012, Windows 2016, Windows 2019. All these are server ones. All these are server operating systems. Even Unix, all Unix operating systems are also server ones. Which are comes under Unix? What are the Unix flavors we discuss later? Like example, gmail.com, gmail.com, yahoo.com. Gmail, Yahoo, those are server OS. More than one user can log into the Gmail. More than one user can log into the Yahoo. All the web servers, mail servers are server wide. Gopi, Gopi. All the server voices are multi-user, multitasking. So the types of software, one is called system software. The other one we call application software. Which are comes under system software. System software that comes along with OS. System softwares deal with the hardware. Hardware device. System software deal with the hardware devices. Interact with the hardware. Example for system software, Android. In mobile, we have a software called Android or iOS. Both are system software. iOS stands basically iOS system software. We also call it as operating system. All the OS we call it as system software. You cannot uninstall it. System software we cannot uninstall it. That comes along with the mobile. We can't able to remove. Application software. Application software requires system software, which are comes in application software, all the programming languages like C, C++, Java, .NET, Python, Perl, CGI, JavaScript, Node.js, Ruby, all this comes under application software. You want to develop any application, like Flipkart is application, Amazon is application. To develop any application software, we need a application software, which runs on top of the system software. So, in this course curriculum, we are going to discuss UNIX, Linux history, difference between Windows and Linux, Windows and Unix, where we use Windows operating system, where we use Unix operating system. Generally, in the real time, Windows always clients, Unix always server. The server could be database server, application server, web servers, production. All the server wise are Unix operating system. The laptop, desktops always Windows. Windows always clients, Unix always server. So what are the differences between Windows and Unix? And what is the difference between Windows and Linux? Which are comes under Windows family, which are comes under Unix family, which are comes under Linux family. And Linux fundamentals. Without this Linux fundamentals, we cannot go for Linux administration. The basic difference between Windows and Linux, Windows everything is graphical mode, Linux everything is command line. You want to work on Windows family, we need a mouse. Without mouse, we can't able to work on Windows. You want to work on Linux, we need a keyboard. We need a keyboard. Without keyboard, we can't able to work. So Linux is CLI. Linux is CLI, command line interface. Command line interface. Windows is graphical user interface. So that's why we need to understand the Linux fundamentals, basic commands. Then we are going to start Linux administration. The advantage of Linux administration. Nowadays the trending technologies are AWS and DevOps. Not only AWS, any cloud computing, Azure DevOps, AWS DevOps. So AWS DevOps, Azure DevOps, nowadays these are the buzzwords having more number of jobs in DevOps. So DevOps require Linux administration. After completion of Linux administration, you are eligible to learn DevOps. You need to understand the DevOps. So DevOps purely on Linux platform. So after learning Linux administration, further you can go for DevOps. Along with Linux administration, we also discuss shell scripting. Basically, DevOps required administration knowledge as well as shell scripting knowledge, which we are going to cover it in your course curriculum. And AWS, Amazon Web Services. So what are the, nearly we have 12 to 15 services in AWS. From 12 to 15 services, we are going to discuss 5 to 6 services in AWS. Because AWS we have separate course which we are going to cover more than 15 services. But in this Linux administration curriculum, we are just introducing what are the services which are required for Linux administrator. So the total duration of the course is 2 months. Daily we are going to take 1 to 1.5 hour class. Once you complete this, you are eligible to learn DevOps. DevOps required AWS knowledge. DevOps required Linux administration knowledge as well. Any questions, Rama? Hello, Rama? Hello? Hello, Rama, are you there? Hello?
Here. Hello? Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Mera,
Any question?
yeah. Yeah, continue.
What time is your preferred? Daily, same time, 8 to 9?
Okay.
What is your office timings?
Shift wise. Today is general. 2 days in night shift, 2 days in morning shift, 2 days in afternoon shift. So depend upon the shift wise.
Okay, every 2 days is going to change the shift.
Yeah. 5 days night, 5 days accordingly. Some other persons dependents, then they will change the shift. So before the month only they are fix the shift.
So that means what, you need a morning and evening batches, right?
Yes.
You're not going to continue more than 1 week in a same time.
Yeah, but if it is not for, I will adjust or something. I will arrange something like that.
Okay. So we have morning 8 o'clock one batch and evening 7:30
Okay.
another batch. Evening 7:30 is another batch.
Okay.
So you can change your timings morning or evening as you wish. But evening
Okay.
7:30 batch already started 2 3 days back.
Okay.
So recording should be available.
Okay. Sure. Thank you.
Or if you miss any classes, you can continue like batch also anytime.
Okay.
So were you able to continue the evening also today from today?
I will check it. Actually, I have a general shift in 30, so it will goes to 7:38. It will be completed early. I will join.
Madam will send the link to you.
Okay.
The what are the classes you missed? The recording sessions is available.
Okay.
So I expected nearly 10 members in this meeting, but only
Hmm.
one student came. Anyway, if possible, attend the evening batch. Uh, I'll ask the madam to send the link to you.
Okay. I will.
Okay.
The morning batch is not continue.
We'll continue again. We have one more demo.
Okay.
So at least minimum 6 to 7 members will start the batch.
Okay.
Meantime, we attend the evening batch. When the morning batch starts, we can continue the morning batch.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So in this session, DevOps, AWS also touch or only Unix or Linux will be give time.
No, this is the purely Linux administration with shell scripting. This is designed for
Okay.
both developers and admin.
Okay.
So because DevOps require Linux administration knowledge, unless until you complete this Linux administration, you can go for the DevOps. So
Yes.
basically, I'm the trainer for DevOps, and I'm going to give the training as well as support also on DevOps. Training, proxy, and support.
Okay. So actually, I have a 10 years of experience in PLSQL and Unix. So
Okay.
package
So
is not,
Ratan, yeah, what is the package you're trying now?
the package is very less, but in Unix also knowledge is less. Okay.
Okay.
Most of the time we are using monitoring and like this only. So I need to grow up and I will change my career. That's why I'm going to first
See,
start
for
the
you,
Unix, then I will go for
yeah,
AWS
for
or
you,
apps like that.
yeah, because you already have industry experience. For you,
Yeah.
DevOps is best. Once you complete this
Okay.
Linux administration, better go for DevOps.
Okay.
Recently, I trained my candidate and with proxy, they given the package 13 lakhs package for 4 years experience.
Okay.
So because you have 10 years industry experience, you'll be getting more than 15 lakhs package.
Yes. Yes.
DevOps with AWS.
That's why I'm thinking to first to start the Linux, then I will go for DevOps, then I will go for AWS. So I'm thinking that like that only I will go there. That is helpful. It is in case DevOps AWS job is not getting, I will go through my current profile only. PLSQL Unix.
No,
So
there's
that's
no
why
chance of There is no chances of no jobs in DevOps is the future.
Yeah,
There
yeah,
is
yeah,
no IT
yeah.
project. There is no IT project without a DevOps.
Yes, absolutely. In our organization also started Jenkins, Kubernetes, Ansible, something like they are started. Actually, I'm working in Geo, Reliance
Mm-hmm.
industry in Geo.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So they have started everything, but I'm not that much aware of that knowledge. Why? Because a lot of works are there, and while going to ship, we are not continuously work is going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking to change and increase my package.
Yeah, first complete the Linux administration,
Okay.
because all the DevOps we are going to configure, all the DevOps tools we are going to configure Linux. Be strong in Linux, you can easily understand the DevOps.
Hmm.
Hello,
Yeah. Yeah.
Kamble?
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
So basically, the 8 o'clock batch, there are some topics left. There are 4 topics. I'm going to complete this topic within 2-3 days and start the new batch at 8 o'clock. If you want, you can continue meantime evening batch also at 7:30 p.m.
Okay.
Akansha,
Yeah. Tell me.
Akansha, Akansha, are you there? Hello. Hello, Kamle. Kamle, can you hear me? Hello. Hello. Okay, Rama will inform you the first batch.
Okay.
If possible, attend the evening batches.
Okay. How many classes are there in completed in morning in evening class?
3 classes. We start the just basic commands.
Yeah. No, basic is important, na. That's what I mean. Once basic
No,
is, you are telling some knowledge. This is are not aware. Whatever the basics today you are telling,
yes.
this is not actually we are not aware. So once basic is more important.
The recorded sessions are available. Anyway, when we start the morning batch, again we can continue from the morning.
For morning batch,
Recorded sessions they are going to provide you. When we start the new batch, morning batch, again you can continue the morning batch itself.
okay.
Till that time, why you waste your time? You can continue in the evening batch. When
Yeah,
the
yeah.
morning batch starts, you can continue in the morning.
Okay.
So try to come today at evening.
Daily.
Try to come today at evening.
Yeah, yeah. Whom to connect for this videos? I have planned something demo sessions. You will provide.
You have the DURGASOFT number.
Actually, I have reached an online through video through Durga online. So those numbers are
See
there.
here the numbers are available, no? 888-525-2624.
Okay, I'm screenshot. Okay, I will contact you. So the duration is 60 days. In 60 days, we'll completely cover all Unix administrator skill scripting.
See, when 60 days, sometimes it's more than 60 days is not a maximum, like it goes to more than 60 days.
Okay.
That depends upon the holidays. It is not 60 number of days, 60 working days.
Okay, 60 hours.
Mm. It goes up to 70 hours. So basically, so this is the next interview questions. If you're looking job on only Linux, I have more than 200, 300 questions are there. You can go through this. Definitely you can crack the interview on Linux.
Okay.
At the same time, I'm going to send the soft copy. Running notes available and soft copies also available. For every topic, I'll send the soft copies. So I chat these numbers in your chat box. Please contact them for videos.
These are comments.
Anything else?
Hello. Yeah, these are the comments.
Yeah, comments. So this is the totally Unix basic comments. The total basic comments. If you attend after the 7:30, 8:30, if you attend daily 1 hour after 8:30, 9:30, you can continue the evening batch itself. I'll take the backup classes. After 8:30, half an hour, 1 hour, I'll take the backup class. You can continue the evening batch itself if you want. I just covered what are the types of files. What are the types of files? What is ls command? What is pwd command? What is change directory command? Make directory command. Only 3 commands are covered. So if you want after the class, I'll take the backup new batch. You want to continue? Okay.
Okay.
So I'll ask the team to send the meeting link for evening batch.
Okay.
Just send the link to you. Okay then.
So once you are learning this, Linux is different, Unix is different, both the same. You have to learn Unix or Linux. Oh, sir, but commands are same. That is another flavor, na?
No, basically, in Windows we have Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, right?
Yeah.
Similarly, in Unix we have Linux, Solaris, HP Unix, IBM AX. So Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10 we call it the flavors of Windows. Linux, Solaris, AX we call it the flavors of Unix. So under Unix there are so many flavors that we are going to discuss about Linux. Unix is the generic word. Windows is the generic word. So there is no OS called Unix. Under Unix, there are so many flavors. Linux is the open source code. Why we are not using some Solaris, HP Unix, IBM AX? Those are proprietary operating systems. Linux, no proprietary. Linux is open source code. Anyone can use. Because of open Linux, that's why all the database servers they migrated from XP to Linux, IBM AX to Linux, Solaris to Linux. Now Linux having a lot of demand. Linux is the one of the Unix flavor.
Unix flavor.
Yeah, nobody will ask that we need Unix. They should mention that we need Linux, we need Solaris, we need HP Unix, we need IBM AX. Suppose if you say I install Windows on my laptop, what Windows OS you installed? Is it 7 or 8 or 10? I should tell the flavor. Similarly, in Unix also we have to mention the flavor. So Linux is not a proprietary operating system. It's an open source code. Anyone can use. For example,
Actually, why they are
set
giving
good.
open source? And actually, why they are giving open source?
Why they are giving open source? For example, you take Microsoft. There are two types of codes that are available. One is binary code. The other one is source code.
Source code.
Microsoft Windows is a binary code. They never give the source code to the end user. If they give the source code to the end user, anyone can develop Windows. They become a competitor. That's the reason they never release the source code. They never give the source code to the end user. But Linux is not a proprietor. The source code is available on internet. If you are technically sound, you know shell programming, developer programming, kernel programming, network programming, download the source code. You can develop your own Linux operating system. You can name it as a Ramu Linux.
Okay.
Like Amazon Linux. Amazon one of the distributed. Oracle Linux. Oracle is one of the distributed. Even in mobile, you're using Android, iOS. Android, iOS also one of the. They're using Linux kernel. Kernel is Linux. They named as Android, but the kernel is Linux. Today, if I develop a hardware, I want to use that hardware. I need a driver. If there is no source code is available, I need to contact Microsoft. Please write the driver for this hardware. If the source code is available, no need to contact anyone. You are technically sound. Download the source code. You can write the driver for your hardware. You can use the hardware. That is the advantage of open source code. So we don't need to depend upon any company. You are the developer, you have a source code. Suppose if you work on Windows family, Microsoft, if you found any bug in Windows, I cannot fix the bug. To fix the bug, I need a source code. But the same problem if you face in Linux, the source code is available. We don't need a support from Red Hat because the source code is available. So that's why Red Hat, there are two variants. One is called RHEL, the other one we call Sandwich. RHEL stands Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Red Hat Enterprise Linux, which is licensed software. Sandwich is free, no license required. All the DevOps tools we are going to discuss on Sandwich. Because Sandwich we are going to use only for development. All development servers are Sandwich. Sandwich stands Community Enterprise Operating System. Community Enterprise Operating System. All the community softwares are free of cost. Java community, .NET community, Python community. They won't charge anything for it. So licensed software we require for database server, production server. The reason for database production servers, we need a support. We need a support. That's why we have to purchase licensed software. But development servers, we don't need a support because the source code is available. You have development team, so no support is required. That's why all the DevOps tools we are going to discuss on servlets. That is the advantage of open source. Is it clear? So we are going to discuss both RHEL, Red Hat, and servlets.